Welcome to a journey through time to 18th century Lisbon, a city that once stood as one of the wealthiest, most powerful, and most magnificent capitals on earth. Before Paris or London dominated the European stage, Lisbon was the beating heart of a global empire. Here, the air carried the scent of cinnamon from India, pepper from the East Indies, and the gleam of Brazilian gold. Using cutting-edge AI, we bring forgotten engravings and paintings back to life, not as static images, but as living, breathing scenes. Today, you won't just hear history. You will walk its streets, sail its river, and witness its tragic fall and heroic rebirth. In the mid-1700s, Lisbon was Europe's fourth largest city, home to nearly 200,000 souls from every corner of the world. Its unparalleled wealth rested on 5 unbreakable pillars of trade and empire. First, the spice monopoly from Goa, Malacca, and beyond, pepper, cinnamon, cloves flowing directly into Lisbon's warehouses, sold at fortunes to the courts of Europe. Second, the silk and porcelain route through Macau, delicate Chinese treasures known as white gold that every noble household craved. Third, the African connection, ivory, rare woods, and slaves funneling through strategic ports. Fourth and most explosive, the Brazilian gold rush after 1695. Nearly 1,000 tons of gold and millions of carats of diamonds crossed the Atlantic, transforming Lisbon into the richest creditor nation on earth. Fifth, the vast maritime knowledge, secret nautical maps guarded like state secrets. The Tagus River was not just a waterway. It was the golden artery pumping life into an empire that spanned 4 continents. Dominating the riverfront stood the magnificent Ribeira Palace. The royal residence expanded lavishly with Brazilian riches. Inside, one of Europe's greatest libraries, priceless masterpieces, and the hidden archives of discovery. King João V didn't merely rule. He staged Baroque spectacles rivaling Versailles. He bought papal titles with gold, turned the royal chapel into a shimmering jewel box, and made Lisbon a magnet for scholars, artists, and diplomats. This palace was more than a home. It was the nerve center of an empire stretching from Brazil to Timor. Faith was everywhere. Over 40 churches and 90 convents rose across the hills. The Jerónimos Monastery, funded by the pepper tax, welcomed sailors praying for safe voyages. Balaam Tower guarded the horizon, a symbol of glory and a grim prison. Yet devotion had a shadow, the Inquisition still active, holding public autos de fe in Rossio where heretics and new Christians faced flames before cheering crowds and royal attendants. While Enlightenment ideas stirred in Paris salons, Lisbon burned books and people, creating a city of beauty laced with fear. Climb the hills from palaces and enter medieval Alfama, a labyrinth of tiny houses where life spilled into streets. Fishwives, varinas, sang their prices, water sellers, gallegos, hauled barrels up impossible inclines, and every evening the cry "Agua vai" warned of falling waste. On the opposite hill, Bairro Alto hid aristocrats by day and came alive at night with taverns, laughter, and the melancholic birth of fado, songs of saudade, longing, and lost love. Lisbon was extremes, imperial splendor above, raw survival below. Then came November 1st, 1755, All Saints' Day. At 9:40 a.m., the Earth convulsed for nearly 6 endless minutes in an earthquake estimated 8.5 to 9.0 magnitude. Churches packed with worshippers crumbled, burying thousands. A colossal tsunami surged up the Tagus, drowning the lower city. Fires ignited by candles and hearths raged uncontrolled for days. Estimates range from 30,000 to 60,000 dead, perhaps a third of the population erased in hours. The disaster shocked the world. Voltaire wrote poems questioning God, Kant studied it scientifically, Rousseau debated fate. Lisbon's golden age ended in unimaginable horror. From devastation, the Marquês de Pombal forged a new Lisbon. Wide rational streets, earthquake-resistant Gaiola wooden frames, the iconic Praça do Comércio symbolizing renewal. It became the first modern planned city of the Enlightenment, proof that even after the darkest fall, reason and resilience can rebuild stronger. Lisbon's story endures in every rebuilt stone. Thank you for this journey through time. Which lost city or era should we resurrect next? Ancient Rome, Pompeii, Edo, Japan? Comment below, like, subscribe, and join us for the next chapter of history brought vividly to life. If this moved you, hit like, subscribe, and tell us your next destination in history. See you soon.